Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, human tibbies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to channel, I'm Bushka, and today's video is a coaching video. It's about improving your PUBG Mobile gameplay, and what I want you to do is just drop all the hullabaloo and the hubris for a sec, and just open your mind to improving your gameplay. Being better than me isn't hard. Millions of people have better skills than I have and are able to do a whole lot more with their gameplay. This is about improving the way you play in PUBG Mobile. And if you like doing that, then why not subscribe to the channel and maybe like the video and leave a comment. Today we're talking about taking situations and turning them into single engagements, or rather taking one problem at a time and making that your goal. I specifically do this sometimes where I'll play a game and I'll start out with a video in mind or an idea for a project, and then I'll turn it into gameplay. And what I find happens is I play better, or at least I am more successful when I'm doing these kind of videos, because I tend to have a clear purpose when I play each game. And that's exactly what I want to get across. If you have a clear purpose when you're taking engagements, then you're going to be a lot better, and you're going to be able to isolate targets, isolate engagements, and be more successful. So I've got a flare off that guy. I'd already thrown a flare up, but no one had turned up back at, you know, the McRib Hill. And we basically put it up here. This big bowl is one of the more strong positions when you're in a squad, but it's very hard to defend. Now, I'm running away from the target. I'm running away for two reasons. One is I want to get outside of footstep range, so he won't be able to clearly hear my footsteps or get an indicator on the map as to where I am. And I want to just get an idea as to, one, how many there are, and two, if it's possible for me to push or get a better position. One of the things you can't do is win the game early. You can only lose the game early. Pushing and rushing and killing 3 members of a squad still means you're coming second. So taking the time and reading the play will actually help you tremendously in being successful with PUBG Mobile. And you can see there, that guy has immediately gone to ground. So we take care of him. We've got a 6x on our, down to a 3x on our Mark 14. And there you go. There's another one over there at least. I'm going to get a little boost. Now, I think it was a full Dacia that came in, not a buggy. So I am quite worried that there is more than one there. I'm going to go under the gun line here, again, all the way back around, and I'm looking for a solo target. I'm looking to maybe catch a flanker. A lot of teams will put a hold on with grenades and such, and then they'll send someone around to the flank, and I can hear him here. And I'm pretty confident the MG3 can get the job done. Free firing little bursts, going down, and he was the only other one there. So we were great. Very cool. Go and have a look at our flare. There's an AMR there, and someone starts pinging me from the other side. And this is always dangerous when you're solo. When you're playing solo squads, you've got to be very, very careful. You want to make sure that you're always either full health until you're absolutely certain none of them has a bolt action rifle, or very close to it. Because if they've got an M24 and they headshot you and you're at 75 health, you're going to go down. Whether you've got a level 2 helmet or a level 3 helmet on. And I ding a couple of these guys. I put a lot of hurt on them with the AMR, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth really risking a whole lot. So I'm just going to go back here and I cycle through the stuff. I'm not taking the Graza because I like running the Mark 14 a lot. It's one of my favorite things. And the MG3 is particularly efficient. I don't know if you watched the FAMAS video that I just put out, but the FAMAS and the MG3 have basically the same rate of fire. The FAMAS is ever so slightly slower than the MG3. And it's really bad that the FAMAS only has 30 rounds and it fires that quick and actually has less alpha damage than the MG3. I situate myself in another compound, and it's not by accident that I'm here. It's outside the circle. I'm here because I want to get those guys as they rotate in. And I figured this is where they'd rotate. And sure enough, it was exactly where they'd rotate. That was one of them. There's two more out here. We're going to get a knock on him. But we're not able to get the clear on this guy. Now, I know he doesn't have a bolty. Unless he's gone and bought one at the shop. And I don't think he has. He's gone down again, GF Docs. But there is at least one more out there. We've isolated the target, but we're not going to push out to that. That's in the blue, right? It's in the blue. We don't know if there's more around, so we leave, we get a head start on them, and we're pushing to the last compound left in the game. And again, I can't emphasize enough. I started this game with a clear idea to win it. I was going to win it, and I didn't care how I won it as long as we got the win. And what I was going to focus on was taking targets one at a time. That's exactly what we've done so far. We've got 7 kills. I can hear there are people here already. Obviously, it's the best compound in the whole place. And I'm like, oh, hello. There's our guy. Like, he's rotated in somehow around me. That was the guy who was going to get the revive all the way out the back on GFX dock. And yeah, I don't know how he got here. I don't know how he got here before me. I stopped to get a crate. I, honest to God, didn't think that would slow them down that much. And I'm like, is that the guy, GFX Doc, whatever his name is, all the way out in the field? There's multiples there. I don't know what's going on. Pretty weird stuff. People make strange rotations. I don't want to be out in the field. I don't like snaking. It's a particular choice of mine. You can snake to your heart's content. I get kind of embarrassed snaking, but that's just me. I know the best players in the world do it, so there's no reason you should be embarrassed. That's just me. So I don't want to snake. That means I've got to fight in compounds or urban areas, or I'm behind a rock or a hay bale and I'm really, really in trouble. I'm worried about two things here. One is that 2-stack there. I will put one on the balcony or in that room there just because that is where people generally lie down. And I'm then watching to see if anyone stands up and runs away, but no one does. So I'm thinking he must be inside. And then behind me on the right, there is a hill. There is no one firing from up there. I didn't see a car there on the way in. I'm a little worried about that. I'm more worried about guys rotating in and getting on that hill than I am about the man in the 2-stack behind me, or the girl, or the love pony. I don't know, whatever's in the 2-stack behind me. That's a worry, but I can get clear of that. I'm figuring if no one's fired at me for a while, and this is the maths of PUBG Mobile. This is where you get going. No one's fired at me for a while. There's 8 people left. There's no one in the field getting shot at from the hill behind me towards gas station. There will be no one on that hill. That's the math that I'm doing in my head. Like, there are so many people out there. If there was someone on the hill, we'd know about it, surely. And this is a difficult shot, like here. I don't want to sit too still. I can't see this guy. I get him a little hit, and he's like right under that ridge line. And all I can see is hay, fields of wheat, and a little bit of trouble. And there was gunshots from out here. I'm assuming they were at that guy, okay? And I'm still not getting shot from the hill. And the guy behind me is doing nothing. And if you've played the game for any length of time, if you can like let things sit, you're like, well, that guy's there. That's fine. He's one. That's one unit of measurement. There's 4 others apart from him that I got to find. One of them's in the field out here, and one of them just ran left. So we're only missing 2 people. And that's pretty good. Those odds are pretty bloody good. And in my experience, the last guy who's just sitting there doing nothing, not taking shots, not taking any risks, he's probably the worst player in the lobby in terms of fragging. So you're looking out here and you're looking for targets and you're watching to see if they get knocked or not. That's really important. Because if they're knocked, then your flank's not safe. But if they're instas, then your flank's safe because 1, no one else is out there shooting them. And 2, he's knocked, and that's really bad news. And 2, they've obviously got a teammate somewhere, and it's probably going to be close to them. That's why as soon as I knocked him, did you see me turn around and look at the hill? So I've broken this down in one engagement. I'm looking at the guy out there. The first thing I did was look at the hill because I'm like, okay, is his buddy on the hill? I'm constantly aware of that, and it's going to save my life in a second because I react quick enough when the guy on the hill starts shooting me that I don't instantly die. He's not friendly enough that he's actually going to go and revive his buddy. He's just going to watch that happen, which is terrible. but he's more than willing to shoot me afterwards as he rolls around to my right. Now, I'm assuming that this is his buddy. I'm pretty certain that it is, but we're not 100%. There it is. Old age and treachery always overcomes youth and skill. It's just so much better to have an ounce of prevention. What do you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, be prepared, and you'll do better than you will if you just go rambling in. So there's 4 left. 1 in the blue 2 stack. I'm assuming the others are on the other side of the compound because that last guy was an instant. That means that the opposite side of the compound is hot, and I should be pretty safe here. Oh, hang on. I'm absolutely not ducking out there just in case, unless it's a guaranteed kill, just in case there is someone still there in the grass on my right. I'm not certain, but better to be safe than sorry. No more noise there either, so no one's shooting me. It's got to be 2 people. I'm not sure what the hell that guy's doing. That's just the end of their buggy. Mystery solved. That's how they got in front of me. Adjusting for constant change and the pressures of a late game situation. We've just had 1 go down, so it's 3 solos, which is great for me because if I'm in a 1v1v1, I feel like I can get it done. I feel like absolutely I can get it done. Watching now. If they kill each other, fine by me. I'm happy to have just a 1v1. There he is. He's in the very far edge of that circle. And this might seem dumb to some of you, like, just go and kill him, and it's like, that's great. Not everyone is like that. Not everyone plays the game with the same level of intensity and aggression as you do. Not everyone is as fast as you. I'm 50 freaking years of age. I do not have the motor skills and twitch that I had when I was 17, okay? And my eyes hurt, and I need glasses, and I need to get my prescription up. Every win I get is probably 90% due to outthinking and outplaying the opposition in terms of tactics, in terms of circle rotations, in terms of isolating the target. Now, I know that might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I got 11 kills. Solo squatting on Asia. I don't know. It works. Like, I've been doing it for a long time. It freaking works. I have very little respect for this last guy. I am going to go out on a limb and say that he is the least effective of the players that were in this compound, but you can't be certain. I hear a tiny bit of movement there. Just a tiny bit of movement. So I'm going to use my throwables, and I'm going to clear the area first. If he's up there. There we go. He's probably either in that area there. I'm going to hit the door frame so it flames either side, or behind that box there. Come behind him and force him out. Easy. Too easy. Isolate your targets. Make them work for you. You'll do a lot better in PUBG Mobile. You'll get more wins and you'll have more fun. And you can do this in squads and you can do it all together. Focus firing, isolating targets, knocking them down one at a time. Even the best players in the world can't beat 3 people firing at them at once unless they're incredibly lucky. I'm Bushka. Look after yourselves. Stay safe on the battlefield. And as always, bye for now.